What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about how to tie your leader line onto your braided line. Stay tuned to learn. So today's going to be a pretty quick episode. I have got a lot of questions about people who are new to braid. They don't know how to attach their leader line onto their braid. Now, you don't necessarily want to fish straight braid to hook just because of the nature of how visible the braid is in the water. So a lot of times people tie a leader line, and I'm using 40-pound trilene leader line right here. This is monofilament line. You can choose monofilament or you can choose fluorocarbon. Now, technically monofilament is supposed to float, whereas fluorocarbon will sink. Fish can't really see the line underwater for fluorocarbon, but I don't really think it makes that much of a difference. People claim that fluorocarbon is a must, but I really think that monofilament is just fine. People have been using monofilament line for years and years. Just because fluorocarbon is out there does not mean it's the best thing out there. It is very expensive compared to monofilament line. Monofilament line I can usually get for $5, whereas leader line, the same amount of line, I'll get for $20. So it's a very big price difference. That's why oftentimes I choose to use monofilament line. Now let's get into this tutorial. How do you get this braided line to attach to a monofilament line? And it's very simple. It's called a uni-to-uni knot. This is just one of the knots that you can use for this, but I find this the easiest and my favorite one to tie. So I invite you guys to come down here, look at my hands, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so basically once you get this technique down, it should be a cakewalk. The hard part is actually getting the technique down. It may require a little bit of dexterity in your fingers because you're gonna have to pinch with multiple fingers at a time and pull with multiple fingers at a time. But once you get the technique down, it's very simple. It's two of the same knots done on both sides of this line. So first thing I want you to do is get your braided line out just like this. Line it out. And now you're gonna want your monofilament leader line or fluorocarbon leader line to run parallel like train tracks, just like this, okay guys? Just like that. Now, first thing I do is pinch one side, just like this. Okay? Now, I'll wrap this around my finger like this and make a loop, right? Can you guys see that? I'm taking the tag end, wrapping it around my finger, and I'm gonna start looping it through here. 1, 2, 3. And as you get these loops in, start to tighten it a little bit, just so that the line doesn't get too tangled. And you're gonna do this about 4 to 5 times, or 5 to 6 times actually. And then you're gonna take this tag end, just like that, wet the knot, and start pulling. Now you don't want to tighten this too much because this line is gonna slip later. So tighten that end. Okay, so now this is a uni knot right here. This side has a uni knot. The reason this is called a uni-to-uni knot is because on this side now, we're gonna tie another uni knot, okay? So same thing, line it up like a parallel train tracks, bring the braided tag end in and overhand knot about 6 times again. So look, tag end, around, in and out 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is enough. Once you get those knots in, lick it. And we're licking it so that it'll slip better. And then slowly start to pull. If you pull too fast, the knot does not set correctly. And you want it to look like this. See that? And you see this space in between? We're gonna close that gap now. Remember I said don't tighten it too much? This is why. The best part of this is pulling them together. And sometimes it may require you to literally pull that knot down on one end and then pull the other end, just like that, until they join. And once they join, give it a nice tug from all ends. And that's your basic uni-to-uni knot. Very simple, very effective. And I think this is a knot that every fisherman should know. There we go. Now you've got your leader line attached to your main line. Very simple, right? So I wanted to let you guys know that we have a very special product catered to all of you guys watching our show right now who need help catching fish, who need help tying knots, who need help on information and insight. Personally, Aaron and I have created an adventure kit. Multiple fishing adventure kits for different places such as the surf, inlet, or pier, where we explain to you in a laminated guide pretty much everything you need to know on how to catch fish in that location. So this is the surf fishing adventure kit. It has all sorts of information on what kind of gear you need to bring, what kind of knots to tie, how to tie them, what kind of bait to use, what kind of sinkers to use, how to fish different tides, what kind of hook sizes to use, and even down to where to cast. We created this guide because we had a lot of problems when we were learning to fish, and these answer a lot of those questions that we had when we were first starting. So this kit also includes everything that you need to tie these specific rigs that we're talking about. It comes with the hooks, comes with swivels, sinkers, and if you get the bundle pack, it comes with the super salty squid. These are the tentacles. This is our brand new batch. We're very proud of it. The uni-to-uni knot is a great knot to use in addition to the knots that we teach in the surf guide, in the pier guide, and in the jetty guide. We've got a super sale going on right now. These adventure kits, I think we only have 20 left of each, and after that we are done. If anybody needs help, SenkoSkipper.com is where you can find it. I'll see you guys.